what happens for a lot of people on YouTube is they quit, whether it's here, 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 here. After this, they quit. Some people quit right here. Don't quit on YouTube. Same thing for me. I didn't quit. Many days I wanted to quit. 7 months in, I'm still getting 72 views. Don't you want to quit after that? Yeah, you do. But don't quit. What's up? Today let's talk about how to make it big on YouTube. If you have a small YouTube channel, this is definitely a video you're going to want to watch. I'm basically going to be reacting to this video that was posted by Think Media, and the title basically says Viral Content Strategy Revealed. So I started on YouTube 2 years ago and I've learned a lot. Let's find out if this video here actually makes sense or is it all BS. Let's get right into it.
Alex came to speak at our live conference, and last year on YouTube, he was only getting a couple hundred of subscribers per month on his channel. And this year he is getting thousands and even tens of thousands of subscribers every single month on his YouTube channel.
So 18 months ago, I started a YouTube channel. Some of you guys may have seen, anybody seen this, the YouTube channel? Mosey Nation. Woo. And so I built 2 expensive studios to launch this thing. I started making 3 videos a week. Side note, important lesson that I learned on a vacation. That really one did better than my really fancy one, which then taught me that what's inside the content matters more than the wrapper. So for anybody...
These are all things that I've learned myself. It's not about how much time you put into the editing and make it all super fancy. Is what you're saying valuable for the watcher?
Who's like worried about getting started, about making it look right. I don't think it matters.
Just do it.
All right, and so I continued my very steady growth.
Look at that. It's crazy. It looks exactly like mine. The timing is exactly the same. And I had a peak in my lifetime on YouTube right here. These numbers, as little as this bar looks, is gigantic. This bar here is getting maybe 10 times the amount of views as this little bar here. I mean, in my early days on YouTube, this is daily views, right? So basically I'm posting a video, it gets 44 views, stops there. A couple videos are getting views here. But I started on YouTube February 24th, 2020. I'm posting daily here. I'm close to daily. We post, we do our regular stuff. We're trying very hard here. We're hustling and we're trying to get it to work. It's not like we're not trying to get it to work. And then we get some sort of sign of life. But what happens for a lot of people on YouTube is they quit, whether it's here, 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 here. After this, they quit. Some people quit right here. Don't quit on YouTube. Same thing for me. I didn't quit. Many days I wanted to quit. 7 months in, I'm still getting 72 views. Don't you want to quit after that? Yeah, you do. But don't quit. Just focus on getting better one day at a time. And then you start getting views because you just hustle. And eventually you post something that gets views. And then YouTube kind of rewards you and it gives you like this hope. YouTube rewards you and then you crash and fall back down hard to like nothing. This guy here, this line might not seem that high, but compared to 2 views, this is like 10,000 views. So he was getting volume finally, and then it crashed again, went back down to nothing. And it doesn't look like it, but you are improving. The line is slightly going up, and then all of a sudden it's like you post a video that just works. It just works. And then these stats are exactly like my stats. And if I would have looked at this video 2 months ago, 3 months ago, like right here, I wouldn't have believed that I was so close to this.
For that period of time, which is great. Recommend. But, you know, the first 12 months, we went from 600 to 70,000 subscribers, which was cool. And so things were going smoothly until one day I had a chat with Grant Cardone about branding. And it reminded me that all the lessons that I'd learned in business applied to all this organic stuff. And so I was on this call with him, and I have the full video on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. He was like, bro, I'm not even going to try. He was like, bro, pull up your Instagram. And I was like, okay. He's like, pull up my Instagram. He's like, I got 10 times the content as you. 10 times. He's like, bro, it's volume, bro. Volume. And I was like, that's deep. And so I was like, you know, I should probably do more, which is a lesson that I have learned over and over and over again in business, and I'll tell you a couple more stories about it later. But like, so many times we're doing the right stuff. We're just doing way, way too little of it. And so this is the content creation model, all right?
Teach me. It's an easy formula, and by the way, everybody knows this formula. But when you're actually doing it, you're so focused on starting and not realizing that this is what you should be doing. Someone can make it big on YouTube in a year. It's totally possible.
So test, record, inject, contextualize, distribute. So the old way that I used to do content was I would just have this ongoing email thread to myself. I don't know if you guys have like notes or like a chain to yourself. Because you probably get ideas, you're in a conversation, oh, I should make a piece of content on that, right? And then you email it to yourself. And that's how I did it for a long time. And the new way is the Twitter way, which is being blocked by the thing because it formatted weird. But I post all of those ideas as tweets on Twitter rather than just sending them to myself. And so all of a sudden, what used to be my inbox is actually just my like tweet thread. And so I'll post this stuff, and I'll be like, okay, those are the ones that people thought were interesting. And then the threads become long format, and the shorts become short format, or the tweets become short format. Pretty simple. Step one. Everyone following with me so long?
Yep.
Oh, man. And we feel like you could do that? All right, doable. Yes. Second step is recording, right? Why am I doing both? I realized this because you're like, why do you do short stuff? I was kind of against shorts, and then I realized that I've never actually consumed anything from Gary Vee that's long. But I like Gary Vee a lot. And I was like, oh, well, I guess that worked. So that's why I do both. Right? And so I think it's a width and depth thing. I think the shorts give you a lot of breadth. I think the longs give you a lot of depth, right? And so there's a visual that I put together that took me too long to say that same thing. Great. So this is everything that I know about how to make content that, quote, goes viral. I watched a long interview with Mr. Beast. My big practice of trying to learn stuff is go to the person who's the best at it and listen to them because they've already reorganized the information for you. Hack. And so he's like, listen, all these guys make this all compliment with their tags and the hashtags, and if any of you guys sell that, this is not me offending you. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Remember, big grain of salt. But he said, it's just CTR times watch time. That's it. You got to get people to click, and you got to get people to watch. I was like, okay, that makes sense. He's like, and that's what YouTube wants. They want people to be interested in the content to get the click, and then make sure that the content fulfills the promise of the thumbnail. Cool. I was like, I can do that. And so this is the general format that I've used for the longs, which is like a hook or a question that I'm answering, usually a story that's relevant to answer the question, a framework that I've applied.
This is where it gets scary and we lose some people. And this is something that I'm working on still today. The format of your videos have to have a format. I mean, it's not just, hey, what's up, dudes? I mean, the intro is, hey, what's up, dudes? But then after, hey, what's up, dudes? People want to know. Sometimes don't even say what's up, dudes. Today, let's find out why you suck at Rocket League. Even I made a short video.
Next one is Inject. So we grew the podcast actually recently from like 20,000 a month to 400,000 a month. And a big part of that was just having call to actions. Sounds really dumb, but I wasn't doing it. So do it. And so the way that we did it was we recorded 2 versions of each of the call to actions. So like call to actions to other channels, lead medics, share a tag. If you have a lower ticket product, I don't, but like, or for me, I guess I have a book, it's 99 cents. Leave a review if you want to ask for clients or, send a question, or there's my book there, Grand Slam offer. So I would just record 2 different CTAs for that, and then I just inject them into the content. So this is what it might look like. So it's like, you have your CTA 1, content, mid-roll, content, end off. Does that make sense? So we started doing that with the podcast, and it started to grow a lot. And now we're actually doing it in the rest of the forms of content. So
it looks complicated, but it has to become natural. You do this naturally in your videos, and it repeats itself. It's always very repetitive. So once you understand something that's very repetitive, you can do it more and more quickly and efficiently.
So anyone seen this one before? Everyone see this like meme that went viral? So it's like everybody kind of appears somewhat differently, even though it's the same person, depending on the setting that you're in. Right? On Facebook, you look a certain way. LinkedIn, you look a certain way. Tinder, you look a certain way. So you have to make the stuff contextual. And so this is what we do. So this is the same video. Right, it's that same Navy SEAL video I made earlier, right? So that's a reel, that's a TikTok, and then that's the YouTube short. So it's the same thing, you just make it match the platform. Same way you would make your Facebook look different than your Instagram look different than your LinkedIn, etc. As long as you just make it contextual, I think it does a lot better. Because have you guys seen people just like take literally the exact same thing and post it on the wrong platform? I just think it just hurts it, and it's just not that much effort to make it contextual. All right, last one, distribute. Then we distribute them. All right, so we went from 7 times a week to 80 times a week in distribution. That was the result over that 6-month period.
I've been doing this. It sucks because I knew the answers to this whole video just because I've been doing YouTube for so long. And I'm very confident I can live off of YouTube, and You have to hustle and get it done. Don't be afraid to disappear off the face of the earth for 6 months to hustle your ass off to change your life around.
And so we 10x the inputs and we got 10x the outputs. Surprising, right? So who here would like 10 times the output? Well, then you can just 10x the input.
So what did we learn? You're going to have to hustle. You heard him. You want to 10x your output, 10x your input. Hustle, get it done. I'm Joey. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot today. See you guys next time. Peace out.